Hi guys, Kichu64 here, and today we're talking about the physical media releases for the month of December and the year 2024. This is the new release wall. We won't be covering every release for the month, but some of these are my picks. These are some things I think you guys might be interested in, as well as some of the major releases. So there's a big swath of movies we're going to talk about here today. So if I don't mention something in this video that you're looking forward to, comment below, continue on that conversation in the comment section. This month we've got a lot of Steelbooks to close out the year. You can see my Christmas trees right behind me. I had to get that set up before I did the December new release wall. So with all that said, let's jump into the new release wall. All right, first up, we've got Alien Romulus. We've got the Blu-ray here. They say this is probably the biggest release of the month. We've got the Blu-ray option here, as well as the 4K option. The pretty much the same cover, but with reverse colors. I think that's kind of an interesting way to go with it. I have seen Alien Romulus. I thought it was okay. I thought it was enjoyable enough. I don't think it's nowhere near as good as Alien or Aliens. I just don't think they're ever going to reach those kind of heights, but I was entertained by most of it. I just didn't really care for the third act. Personally, I think it kind of fell apart in the third act, but it's a recommend if you like the Alien franchise. It's definitely one of the better ones post Aliens, and that one is coming out. That's one of the biggest new releases, as I said. Also, there's a VHS of Alien Romulus. We cannot forget about that. That's right. A new movie is getting a VHS release here in 2024, and I'd like to get this. A set for it was a special printing. Pre-orders sold out very fast. It's never going to make it into the stores, but it is interesting to think about the fact that a new release movie is getting a VHS printing here in 2024. Craziness. We've also got Transformers 1 coming out. This unfortunately didn't do very well at the box office, but a lot of good word of mouth for it. So I am looking forward to giving this one a shot and checking it out. I'm a big Beast Wars fan. I never really was into the Transformers cartoon whenever I was a kid, but still, with good word of mouth, I'm looking forward to checking this out. You get a Blu-ray option as well as a 4K option with the same cover art there. We've got the Wild Robot coming out on Blu-ray as well as a 4K. Same cover art there. The 4K is dual pack, so that's nice. And I've heard a lot of really good things about this animated movie, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. We've also got Joker 2 or Joker Folie 2. Omelette de fromage. All of the news coming out about this thing before it actually came out, when they announced that Lady Gaga was in it, it was going to be a musical, I immediately did not care. I don't really like musicals. I wasn't interested in seeing Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn. I really don't think the Joker needed a sequel. The first one was good, a very self-contained movie on its own, surprise. I didn't think it needed a sequel, and I'm not going to check this out. I didn't watch it. Got some negative reviews, a lot of negative reviews, to be honest, so I'm never going to check this one out, but you guys might be interested in it. The Blu-ray option's coming out, as well as the 4K option. Those two different cover art options there. The 4K is not dual packed because it's a Warner Brothers release and they don't dual pack anymore. We've got Watchmen Chapter 2 coming out on Blu-ray. Now, I did check out Watchmen Chapter 1. If you are a Watchmen fan, it's nothing really new. It's nothing groundbreaking. The animation isn't something that is a must-see. It's just interesting to see the Watchmen story retold in this format. I didn't want to buy it because inevitably they're going to come out with a complete set that includes both chapters, both movies. But Chapter 2 is coming out. I'm looking forward to checking it out. 4K, again, isn't dual packed, has separate cover art, and so those coming out. We also got Piece by Piece. This is Pharrell Williams. I don't know why I can't say Pharrell. I guess I'm just not used to saying his last name. This is a Pharrell documentary, but he did so. He took all the interviews and adapted it with Lego. So it's a very interesting approach. I can't say that I'm personally interested in a Pharrell documentary, but I think that the idea that they went with Legos for it is kind of interesting. It is getting a Blu-ray release, no 4K for that one. We've also got Conclave coming out. This one is coming out on Blu-ray as well as 4K. This is a mystery thriller about deciding the new pope. I remember seeing a trailer for it when it came out. Ralph Fiennes, Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow. These are some great actors in it. But I haven't really heard from anybody who's seen it. But that's coming out. We've also got Terrifier 3, one of the big surprises at the box office, this year. And, I'm not really a big horror fan. There are certain horror movies I like, and so I'm not really interested in this one. But the Blu-ray's coming out, as well as a 4K, 2 different cover arts there. Now, I know that for Terrifier 2, they released a VHS Walmart that sold out instantly. I never saw it in the store. I don't know. They haven't announced any VHS I don't think, for this release. We've also got The Dead Don't Hurt, which is a Western with Viggo Mortensen. I don't really know too much about this one, other than it's a Western. This stars Viggo Mortensen. And I love Viggo Mortensen and Hidalgo. Obviously, most well known for Lord of the Rings, which is the best movie trilogy of all time, in my opinion. So as I see Viggo Mortensen in something else, and if you've never seen Hidalgo, I would check that one out. We've also got Never Let Go with Halle Berry coming out. This is getting a Blu-ray release. I don't really know much about that movie. We also got White Bird. It's got a Blu-ray release with Helen Mirren here. This is like a sequel to Wonder, with Owen Wilson, I think, was in that movie. It is interesting that they put a Wonder story to kind of show that it's a sequel, because the name has nothing to do with Wonder. So I don't know. I guess if it says like a standalone movie, but it has some ties to the Wonder movie that came out. So that's kind of interesting. If you check out the trailer, it's about telling a story during World War II. So that's coming out. We've also got Hellboy, the Crooked Man, the 4th Hellboy live action movie. I didn't really care for the David Harbour one. I like the Guillermo del Toro, the one with Ron Perlman. I like both of those movies, but not really interested in Hellboy, the Crooked Man. It was a low budget movie, and it didn't do too well, but I didn't see it, so I am not going to say anything negative about it, other than I just don't have any interest in it. Now let's go ahead and move on to the Steelbook section. First up is the Alien Romulus Steelbook. I think this is a great looking Steelbook. You could argue that's a little bit too busy for a Steelbook. I think it's a great poster design. I like the colors and stuff on it. This is something I would like to get, except for that Disney has been scalping customers with the prices of the Steelbooks lately. I think this is still like $60 on Amazon. The lowest I saw it go anywhere was like $58. That's insane. I'm not paying $58, $60 for this. They did this with Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine, and I didn't buy the Steelbook because I'm not going to pay $60 for a Steelbook. I'm just not. I don't care. Yes, I'm a Steelbook collector, but I'm not going to spend that money. Other people may want to do that, and other people did do that with Deadpool and Wolverine, and that's obviously fine. Collectors can spend whatever they want, and it's a good-looking Steelbook. I'm not going to lie. We've also got Joker 2, Joker Fool You Do. This one's $37. The Steelbook looks pretty boring, in my opinion. I don't really have anything else to say about it. But if you want a dual-packed 4K, you have to get the Steelbook, because the standard 4K is not dual-packed. So we've also got Transformers 1 getting a Steelbook, which looks okay. I think this looks fine. This is a fine-looking Steelbook. Nothing great from my perspective, but not bad either. But that one is coming out. We've also got Terrifier 3 getting a Steelbook release. Again, I'm just not super thrilled with this, but also I wasn't going to pick up Terrifier 3 anyway, me personally, but I know a lot of people are looking forward to this one. So I guess comment below if you're looking forward to Terrifier 3, which one you're going to get. Next up, we've got Galaxy Quest, the 4K Steelbook. I did a whole video talking about the Galaxy Quest release and the options that are available, which is releasing today as of this video. So I've got the Blu-ray here. I pre-ordered the 4K. It still hasn't come yet. I don't know. It's coming from Amazon, and their pre-orders are not really known for arriving on time. So hopefully it ships and I get it within the next couple of days. But this was the Blu-ray Steelbook. I do think the new 4K Steelbook looks pretty sweet, though, and I'm looking forward to getting that when it comes out. We've also got some of the Disney Steelbooks. So there's 4 Disney Steelbooks I'm going to talk about. These are Disney Plus series Steelbooks that are coming out. First one we'll talk about is The Mandalorian, the 3rd season. I did buy season 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian, but I didn't care for season 3. I'm not going to pick it up. I'm fine with the first 2. I thought season 3 was not good, to be honest. I thought it was a major disappointment, a big letdown, and I don't want to own it because I probably will never watch it again. But season 3 is coming out, and it continues on with the same artist who did the other Disney Plus shows. And I really like his art, and this is a very good-looking steelbook with the 3rd season here. But I just wish the show was better. It just wasn't for me personally. Ahsoka's the other Disney Plus show coming out. I did not watch Ahsoka, so I don't have anything negative or positive to say about it, other than I heard mostly negative things about it, and I already had canceled Disney Plus by the time it came out, so I'm not going to pick it up. But I did like Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and I liked Ahsoka, the character from that show. We've also got Loki, the 2nd season coming out. A really cool looking steelbook. I really love the art that the artist that they chose to do all of these steelbooks, because he does a knockout job. He makes this look so much better than probably what the quality is of the actual shows. But the 2nd season of Loki, I did not watch. I only watched the 1st season. Much like most of the other Disney Plus shows that I watched that led to me canceling my service, the shows had good moments. They had certain things I liked about them, but mostly just kind of a convoluted, lazy disappointment that starts out with at an okay level and just usually gradually goes downhill until it culminates in the ending being a disappointment. So I have no idea if it's any good or not. Mostly I've heard not really any good things about it, but that one is coming out. Now, Hawkeye is the other one coming out. This is the 4th one coming out. I pre-ordered this one, and this may surprise you considering I just crapped all over the other Disney Plus shows coming out. But I was actually pleasantly surprised with Hawkeye. I thought Hawkeye was fun. It definitely was not top tier Marvel. To me, it was the best of the Marvel shows. I'm pretty sure I'm in the minority on that, but I just thought it was like fun. It didn't take itself overly seriously. Yes, it kind of ruined Kingpin somewhat, or at least wasted him. And it definitely was not a perfect show, but it was fun, and Haley Steinfeld was good in it, and Jeremy Renner gets some more spotlight. So I thought it was a good show and one that I wanted to rewatch, especially for Christmas. It's like a holiday season setting. So I actually pre-ordered this one, and I should be getting it later on today or tomorrow. So now moving on to some Walmart exclusive steelbooks that are coming out. We've got 300 4K steelbook coming out. It is dual packed. I believe 300 already had a 4K release, so this is not the first 4K release, but I'm not 100% sure. I already own 300, both the 300 movies. One of Zack Snyder's best movies, pretty much between 300 and Watchmen for me. Most of his other stuff I'm not really a big fan of, but I did like those two. And this is a really cool looking steelbook. We've also got Godzilla x Kong New Empire 4K steelbook coming out. I already have one. I bought the Walmart one when it came out, and I think it looks better personally, but this one is coming out. Again, it is a dual packed Walmart exclusive. And then we've got Interstellar coming out. Is another Walmart exclusive 4K. Interstellar 4K has been released a couple years now. I'm pretty sure I have it. I couldn't find it on my shelf, so I'm rearranging my shelves right now, so I can't find a lot of my movies. But I think it's a good looking steelbook. I think Interstellar is one of those movies that every time I watch it, I like it more than the previous time, which is pretty rare in a movie. So while it started out as being kind of a disappointing Nolan movie for me when I first saw it in theaters, every time I've watched it since then, I've liked it more and more, and to the point where it's one of my favorite Nolan movies. And I would like to pick this steelbook up. I think that's pretty solid. Put it next to The Martian, the Ridley Scott movie. I think they would complement each other pretty well. We've also got Shaun of the Dead 4K steelbook coming out. This one is $35. I do like the look of it. It looks like an old comic book, and but at $35, the price is a little bit too high for me. I already own Shaun of the Dead. I actually own 2 copies of Shaun of the Dead on Blu-ray. I've got a steelbook and a standard Blu-ray. So I don't know if for me it's something I really want to upgrade or spend $35 on. But if I didn't own it, maybe I'd pop on this. I really do like the look of the steelbook. We've got Kickboxer. This is the 35th anniversary 4K coming out. They're asking $35 for it. This is the first time on 4K. We actually got a Walmart exclusive steelbook earlier in the year. There was a Blu-ray steelbook that came out for for kickboxers. So we've also got another Disney Steelbook to talk about, and that's Willow. This one I know has a cult following. I never really got into it, so it's not really something I'm super interested in. I'm kind of mixed on my feelings about the look of the Steelbook, but I'm not super invested in the movie or the characters or anything, so I'm not really sure. The real problem I have with this is that, again, right now, for pre-order, this is $66 on Walmart. That is crazy. It's just like the same thing with Alien Romulus. Disney is really scalping the Steelbook collectors. Now, with the Disney Plus series I talked about, those are $50, which is high, but it's a show, so you kind of can justify it a little bit more versus paying $60 for a one movie. I don't know how long they're going to get away with that, or how much we're going to continue to see collectors pay for that, like what they did with Deadpool and Wolverine, where Deadpool and Wolverine was a big, movie that people popped on. I don't know how they're going to get away with it with some of these other titles, but we'll wait and see. We've also got Stir of Echoes, a 4K Amazon exclusive Steelbook coming out. This one's from Lionsgate. So anytime I see Amazon doing some exclusive physical media, I think it's a good thing. We've also got The Mean One coming out. This is, I guess, like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, but with the Grinch, just murderous Grinch, essentially. That Steelbook is coming out. We've also got Rippy. This is a 4K Steelbook for $35. I just looked at this and I was like, is that Zombie Kangaroo Jack?
Nice.
It looks like a Zombie Kangaroo Jack to me. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about this. It's something that has to do with it looks like a zombie kangaroo.
Well, duh.
We've also got Attack on Titan Season 1, 2, and 3 Steelbooks coming out. So I think that's a complete series. I believe that's all the entire series. So kind of basic looking Steelbooks, but price-wise, they're really not bad if you're trying to get all of the Attack on Titan series. And the last Steelbook we're going to talk about is Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time. Another Yu-Gi-Oh! Steelbook. We got a previous Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it was the main Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie that came out on, got a Steelbook release a few months ago. I'm not a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan, so I'm not really keeping up on it, but just talking about it here in the new release wall videos, I know that there was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Steelbook that came out earlier this year. So let's go ahead and move on to the older releases. All right, first one we're going to talk about is Galaxy Quest, the 4K slip. I obviously talked about the Steelbook earlier. It is getting a basic 4K slip for the 25th anniversary. Again, I did a whole separate video talking about the particulars of this release. It's needless to say, Galaxy Quest is one of my favorite movies, and I'm really looking forward to my 4K actually coming in the mail. Hopefully it comes today. It's probably not going to come today, though.
I don't think so.
We got Shaun of the Dead 4K. This is the standard slip for the 4K. We talked about the Steelbook earlier. It is also getting a standard slip option. We've also got Demolition Man coming out. This is an Arrow release, and I'm actually looking forward to picking this one up because I like Demolition Man. I have the Blu-ray here. The Blu-ray looks okay, but I bet that this 4K is going to look pretty good. So I am looking forward to checking it out. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. It's an Arrow release. It's a little bit on the pricier side because it is an Arrow release, but I really want to check this one out and upgrade my Blu-ray. Next up, we've got the Congo. Congo for 4K. This is from Vinegar Syndrome. Not really seen many places to pre-order this one. I remember seeing Congo back in the day. This is based on a Michael Crichton book. I remember reading some of I never finished the book, but I remember reading some of the book because I'm a Michael Crichton fan. But it's nice to see a 4K coming out. I think the Blu-ray is kind of hard to track down. Next up, which is something I pre-ordered, is Digimon the Movies is coming out on Blu-ray. Now, what this is there was 3 original Japanese short films that were released in Japan, and they took those short films and amalgamated them into the North American release of the Digimon movie, the North American Digimon movie. Now, I've said that a few times here on the channel. Growing up, I was more of a Digimon fan than a Pokemon fan. I know that's strange, but that's just the truth. And so I'm looking forward to this one because I've never seen the original Japanese short films, and I like to see them in the original way they were intended. Not only are you getting that, but you're also getting the original 2000 North American release of the Digimon movie. And the last time that was released was this DVD back in the year 2000. This DVD's been selling on eBay for like $20 for quite some time now. So it's nice to see this one's coming out. So it's coming out on Blu-ray for the first time. And for anybody who wants to revisit the childhood watching Digimon the movie, this is a chance to do it. Plus, you're going to get see the original short film. So I think that this is a great release, and I was happy to pre-order it. We've also got Riddick coming out on 4K. It's dual packed here. This one's from Shout Factory. They're asking $33. I actually mentioned a couple months back that when Chronicles of Riddick, I believe it was an Arrow release, came out, that I would hope they release Riddick on 4K, because Riddick is actually my favorite of the Riddick movies. So I am looking forward to picking this one up, but I think I'm going to wait and see for a sale on something like that, because I don't really want to spend $33 for it. I've got the Blu-ray already, so it would be an upgrade for me. I'm usually pretty picky about upgrading from Blu-rays to 4Ks in general. We also got The Faculty coming out, and this one is from Shout Factory as well. This is the first time coming to 4K. I actually just picked up the Blu-ray over this last Halloween to watch over Halloween. I know it's not really a Halloween movie, but honestly, I really like this movie. I forgot. It's been such a long time since I've seen it, and when I watched it over Halloween, I was like, I like this movie. Yes, it's kind of got that 90s cheese to it, the 90s type of cheese to it, but I like it. I think it's a fun movie, and I already bought the Blu-ray though, so I'm not going to upgrade to 4K when I just bought the Blu-ray. They're asking $40 for it, so it is, again, on the high side. We've also got Ted getting a 4K release from Shout Factory as well. I guess this is the first time coming to 4K. I guess it only had a Blu-ray release prior. I already own Ted on Blu-ray, so I'm not going to upgrade. I do like the first Ted movie. I've never seen Ted 2 because I heard mostly negative things about it. Now, the new Ted show on Peacock I heard was pretty good, but that one's coming out. We also got Far and Away with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. I don't think I've ever seen this movie, but it's coming to 4K from Shout Factory. We've also got The Holdovers from 4K, another Shout Factory. This is the first time coming to 4K. It released on Blu-ray last holiday season. So it's one of those things where they release the Blu-ray and then they wait 6 months to a year and then you finally get the 4K. But I heard a lot of real positive things about this movie. I was waiting for the holiday season to watch it. And so with the holiday season coming up for Christmas, I'm going to check out The Holdovers. Again, good word of mouth for that movie. We've also got No Country for Old Men getting a Criterion release. Moving on to some of the Criterion releases here. So that's good. You get a Blu-ray option as well as a 4K option for that. Another Criterion, we got Paris, Texas. This is a movie from 1984. I've never heard of this or seen it, but that one is coming out. Another Criterion, we got Eastern Condors coming out. This was a movie from 1987. Another movie that I haven't seen. Really cool cover there, though. We also got a John Wayne movie, The Searchers, coming out. The John Wayne movie I'm waiting for is Cowboys, the one where he's like, they're transporting the cattle, and he's got a lot of kids or teenage cowboys that he's taken with him, and then there's some bandits and stuff. It's one of the first John Wayne movies I ever saw, so that's one I'm looking forward to. I've never seen The Searchers, but that one is coming out on a 4K, I believe, for the first time. It's a one from 1956. I also got Cage Snake Eyes, which is actually just called Snake Eyes. I'm fairly sure it's not Cage Snake Eyes. I'm confused by this. I've never seen it. When I first saw just Snake Eyes was coming out, I was thinking about the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. G.I. Joe! But that one is coming out on 4K. It's from 1998. So there's also a Blu-ray option that's going to be available as well if you don't have 4K. We've also got Kino Lorber, Miracle Mile coming out here. This is a new restoration Blu-ray. I've never seen Miracle Mile, but I have heard about it. So I don't know if I'm going to pick it up or not, but I do want to check out the movie, at least at some point. We've also got Legends of the Fall coming out on 4K. And Immaculate, which is another movie that released 6 months ago on Blu-ray, and they didn't release the 4K. The 4K is coming out. I know this irritates a lot of collectors. It tends to happen more so with horror movies, I've noticed. But that one is coming out on 4K if you're interested in that. All right, let's move into the TV and box set section. This section's pretty big this month. So first up, we've got Severance coming out on Blu-ray. This is the Apple TV Plus hit series. I know a lot of people haven't checked it out because most people don't have Apple Plus. But even if you didn't have Apple Plus, you probably have heard about this show. This is probably one of the biggest shows they've had on their streaming service, and it's for a good reason. I've actually watched this show twice all the way through, and I really like it. I'm glad it's getting a physical media release, so people who don't have Apple TV Plus can check it out. Anytime I see streaming shows, especially good streaming shows, getting physical media releases, I want to support it. So I pre-ordered this one. For All Mankind was the other Apple TV Plus show that was released physically. I hope they release the rest of these. Now, they did release the rest of the seasons in Region 2, I believe, in the UK. But in North America, this is the only one we've gotten so far. But I am really looking forward to picking up Severance here on Blu-ray. I do wish they had a 4K option, but I mean, at least we're getting something. Frieren Beyond Journey's End Part 1 Blu-rays coming out. They're asking $54 for it. This is another instance in which they overcharge you for anime shows. I wish they didn't do that. There's 16 episodes in here for $54. That's kind of high priced in my opinion. I don't know why they didn't just release both parts. Both parts are out there. You can see them on streaming. I checked out this show earlier this year and was very pleasantly surprised. I thought this was a great show, and I was glad it's coming out, but I mean, I just can't justify spending that when you're only giving me half the season there. We've also got Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 Blu-ray coming out. They're asking $25 for it. As of filming this, they're finishing up the last few episodes of this season, so it's kind of crazy that they're going to put out the physical media this close to it actually ending. Part 2 has been kind of a mixed bag, kind of disappointing. Really, Season 5 overall has just kind of been disappointing. But to me, the first 3 seasons were the best. But anyway, this one's coming out. If you guys are interested to cap off the Yellowstone series, we'll wait and see how it ends. Maybe I'll change my mind about how I feel about it. But we've also got Seinfeld coming out, the complete series. We've got a Blu-ray option. But the one people are mostly hyped about is the fact that it's getting a 4K option. There's a 4K option for Seinfeld, the complete series. They're asking $225 for the 4K, $135 for the Blu-ray. Massive price difference there. But much like Friends got a 4K release, seeing Seinfeld get a 4K release has me hopeful that maybe we'll see maybe some other 90s sitcoms get 4K releases or even Blu-ray upgrades. I would be happy with, just shows like Fresh Prince getting a Blu-ray release. That would be nice. I'm a Boy Meets World fan. If they actually upgraded that show, I would, even just a Blu-ray, I'd be thrilled. But I do like Seinfeld, by the way, but that one is coming out. And then we've also got House Blu-ray complete series coming out as well. I thought they already released this, but maybe it's a new packaging. I'm not really sure. There's 8 seasons in that set. The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol. Wow, what a mouthful there with that title. I watched Walking Dead for the first 5 seasons and haven't really cared so much since then. This one is season 2, apparently, of the Daryl Dixon. So we've also got Demon Slayer, Swordsmith, Village Arc. Okay, so that one is coming out, another anime. This is season 4. Another anime coming out, Tokyo Ghoul. This is the 10th anniversary, so there's 3 seasons and some OVAs, 3 hours of behind-the-scenes commentary for Tokyo Ghoul. They're asking $101 for it. This is Blu-ray. Seems kind of high priced to me, but then again, most of these anime releases are high priced. Let's move on to some sets here. First set we have is the 30th anniversary limited set for Pulp Fiction. I actually just bought Pulp Fiction on 4K a couple months ago, so it is kind of crazy they're releasing this 4K set. They're asking $60 for it. Has a lot of tchotchkes and things like that. If you're a collector, those would be interesting. The thing I'm interested in here is the Interstellar 4K. Now, we talked about the Steelbook earlier. That's a Walmart exclusive. There's also a 4K set that's coming out. I wish this 4K set included the Steelbook. That would be nice. There's lots of really cool tchotchkes in this, but I'm not really a big fan of the fold out for where the discs go. I feel like that's kind of cheap. But from what I've seen, the Steelbook is already sold out online. Maybe they'll get some more in stock or something like that. But, I'm in, like I said, I like Interstellar. I would like to get this because of the tchotchkes. Look at these badges, these patches here. I think that'd be cool, but that one is coming out. And then finally, we've got a Wallace and Gromit complete Kraken collection, 4K and a Blu-ray. So that's they're asking $100. That's 1 season and 4 movies of Wallace and Gromit, which I like Wallace and Gromit. who doesn't like Wallace and Gromit? They're just likable characters, and it's, you know, I don't know if I really want to spend $100 on it. I don't like them that much, but that one is coming out. And that kind of caps off the options that are available here in December for 2024, capping off the year. But if there's anything that I did not talk about in this video that you guys know is coming out, comment below, continue on the conversation. And also let me know what have I talked about was the thing you're the most interested in. I'm always interested to see what you guys have to say in these new release wall videos. I always love doing them. So yeah, this is it for the new release wall for 2024. I will be back in 2025 for January's new release wall. I just want to thank everybody for sticking around on this video. Thank you for sticking around on this channel over this past year. A lot of you have been checking out my new release wall videos and have been kept me going on these. I really like talking about what's coming out each month. So again, thank you. I hope everybody has a great holiday, a great Christmas, and we got some more videos coming up here in December and some things for some best of lists here at the end of December and in January. So looking forward to sharing all that with you guys. Again, thank you all. Thank you, subscribers. All of you are awesome. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Do all the YouTube stuff or don't. I'm not a beggar. I'm Geetree64, and I'll always tell you the truth.